I have a space to work. I did my clearing, and I did my gathering, which is just the remnants of cleaning the studio. There's like a lot of pieces hanging around, and I just arranged them by color. I mean, we don't just have to use red here, so I'm not really going after any particular fabric or anything. I just thought I would start by playing. And you know, the first thing you need to play is a base cloth. So I just picked a few things out that were sitting around. I've got a piece of linen here. It actually has some sort of glitter print on the other side. I'm not sure whether I like that or not, but I can use either side. But you want to, you know, like I figure it's the sampler is a good place to start because I could get to show a bunch of techniques. I picked out this piece of silk which has writing on it. I think Phyllis gave me this. This is a nice base also. And this is a hand dye that's got a little pink in it. It's got a springy looking. You could also start with a pieced base. I had this left over from one of the workshops. And then your base doesn't have to be one piece of cloth either. Sometimes, initially, I just feel like layering one thing on another, so this is kind of a nice format. And then I've got this leftover piece of velvet. Velvet is a great thing to work with when you're thinking about hearts, I think, because it's just got such a warm feel, and it's soft. And really, actually applying appliques and stitch on velvet can be really interesting because everything just kind of sinks into the surface. So this one was left over, and I'm going to work with a 9 patch initially because I think I'd like to continue with that later anyway, and it's a great organized way of creating a sampler. I had these drawn on the velvet from a more random project, and I think what I'm going to do is just divide that. I mean, a 9 patch doesn't have to be straight. So let's see if we can divide that into 9 sections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's almost like a tic-tac-toe. So I'm gonna work around that because I have it here. It'll allow me to do some stitching and applique. I've cut myself out some hearts here. That's a good start too, just to play. So something as simple as, don't have to be red either, I just happen to have this one. Now your drawing can be covered up with something, or it could be filled in with stitch, or, you know, I like to do that a lot. So I'm going to pin these on here because this is just a good, doesn't have to be right side up either, a good start. Now when you're making a sampler or you just want to investigate a design, it's great to just do all kinds of variations on a theme. So I'm going to pin these here just to get a feel for something. Now the other thing that's occurred to me is, I was just thinking that the heart itself really, if you want to think about it as an idea, it's the center of something. So really, you know, the other thing you could use for a base is if you got anything, I have a few things here, that's laying around that you haven't done anything with. There's nothing to keep you from just using the heart as perhaps a center for something else. I've really not been able to figure out what to do with this, but for some reason that can work too. Or it could be, you know, you could just use the heart for the center of a piece. What else we got here? I've even got this leftover winter cloth here, and there's nothing to keep me from putting a heart in the middle of it. So that's just a thought, because a heart could just be the center of something. Or it could be the center of something without being heart-shaped. Well, I'm just thinking. Anyway, I'm going to start with this. And that's a 9-patch to me. And I've got a few other 9-patch layouts that I'll share with you in some way. And I've also got this one, which in some ways just looks like a 9-patch to me, because it's got 9 sections, even though there's a design in there. There's something about a heart, you know, the point of it, it's really easy to use as a corner. So I also kind of like that layout. It's pretty structured and pretty quilty in a way, but maybe if it's turned a different way, it could be interesting. So let me put a few things together here, and we'll see how it goes.